Have you ever wondered what it would be like to know about everything and have everything you ever wanted? In Faust by Goethe, we meet a guy who's so eager to know it all and experience everything that he actually makes a deal with the devil. He trades his soul for infinite wisdom and worldly pleasures. Written in the 18,000s, this book is split in two parts, showing the main character's passionate youth to his reflective old age, filled with magical realms, dramatic duels, and philosophical debates. If the idea of reading through both parts sounds daunting, don't worry, we've got you covered. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Alright, so the story kicks off with a pretty unusual scene. There's a prologue set in heaven. Here we find Mephistopheles, the devil, totally shocked by how much wrongdoing is going on among humans. While all the other angels are too caught up in praising the Lord to notice, Mephistopheles, who's really into all things bad and evil, decides to stir things up. He makes a bet with God that he can turn Dr. Faust, one of the Lord's own faithful followers, to the dark side. No, not that dark side. In the first part of the book, we also meet our protagonist, Dr. Heinrich Faust. He's a scholar and an alchemist, which means he's into turning stuff into gold and finding magical potions. We find him in his study, feeling pretty down about his life. He shares his troubles in a long speech, kind of talking to himself and to us, the readers, at the same time. Dr. Faust tells us he's learned just about everything there is, from philosophy and laws to medicine and religion, but now he's bored of just book learning. He wants to get out and experience nature and find real wisdom outdoors, so he tries to call up a spirit to help him out. And sure enough, an earth spirit shows up, but things don't go as planned. The spirit is not impressed with Faust's attitude and basically tells him he's too full of himself and bails on him. Just then, Wagner, who's Faust's assistant, walks in. He's all excited about learning from books like Greek tragedies. But with everything that's just happened, Faust is not in the mood to talk about any of that stuff. Next up in the story, things get pretty intense. Dr. Faust is feeling really low and even thinks about ending it all by drinking poison. But just as he's about to go through with it, he hears beautiful singing from a chorus of women, followed by disciples and angels celebrating Easter Sunday. This changes his mind, and he finds the strength to keep living. Later, Faust and his assistant Wagner take a walk outside the city. It's a gorgeous sunny day, and things seem to be looking up. But the mood shifts quickly that evening. As they're enjoying the perfect spring day, a black poodle starts following them. Faust notices something eerie about the dog. It seems to have fire swirling around it. When they get home, the poodle transforms into a fiery monster right in Faust's study. Using his magic and a special spell, Faust forces the monster to show its true form. As the smoke clears, Mephistopheles, the devil himself, appears. They start talking. Mephistopheles shows Faust a hallucination of how his life could change. It's all very mysterious and full of riddles. Mephistopheles leaves but comes back quickly. Seeing Faust's wish to believe in something greater, he sees a chance to make a deal. They end up signing a contract in blood. How classic. In this contract, Faust agrees to serve the devil in hell if Mephistopheles can truly satisfy his desire for a higher existence. Faust is skeptical that Mephistopheles can really pull it off, but he signs anyway, hoping to achieve something beyond his current life. The devil takes Faust on a wild ride with his magical cloak to Leipzig, where they cause a lot of trouble. They head to a witch's kitchen. There, Faust drinks a special potion that makes him look younger and sees a beautiful woman in the mirror. Once they step outside, Faust immediately falls in love with a girl named Gretchen. They meet briefly, and Gretchen is curious about this interesting stranger. Faust really wants to win her heart, so he asks Mephistopheles for help. Mephistopheles is happy to help and starts by sending fancy gifts to Gretchen's house. He also sets up a meeting between Faust and Gretchen at her neighbor Marta's house. They both say they love each other in Marta's garden. But then Gretchen runs off to a cabin, and Faust follows her. He worries that his love might hurt her good name. After thinking about it in a cave, Faust decides that life is really worth living when you're in love. Mephistopheles finds him and tells him to go find Gretchen. Faust finds her again and convinces her to give her mom a sleeping potion so they can be together. They share their love. What a fancy way to say they had sex. But soon Gretchen finds out she's going to have a baby. Knowing people will judge her for having a baby without being married, she prays for help. When Gretchen's brother Valentine finds out what's happening, he's really mad and decides to confront Faust. They end up fighting and Faust accidentally kills Valentine. Gretchen is heartbroken and feels very guilty. She runs to a church for comfort, but an evil spirit makes her feel even worse and she faints. Faust and Mephistopheles run away and later show up on Walpurgis Night, a big celebration for the devil. Faust sees some scary visions, but Mephistopheles distracts him by taking him to a play. During the play, Faust finds out that Gretchen is in jail for something terrible. Faust promises to free her. They rush to the jail, get the keys, and Faust frees Gretchen. but she's so sad and doesn't want to run away. She'd rather face what's coming, even if it's really bad. Mephistopheles tells Faust to leave her or he'll leave him. Faust doesn't want that, so he leaves Gretchen behind. As he walks away, he hears voices from heaven saying Gretchen will be saved. As the story moves forward, years have gone by and Faust, along with Mephistopheles, finds himself mixed up in the affairs of the emperor's court. The emperor is struggling with some serious money problems across his empire. Mephistopheles comes with a cunning plan. He tells the emperor about a hidden treasure left behind by Romans during barbarian attacks. The emperor is a bit hesitant, but agrees to go along with Mephistopheles' plan, which involves creating fake money that looks like treasure and is printed on paper notes needing the emperor's signature. The plan works, and the emperor is so happy with the quick fix that he throws a big costume party, a masquerade. Faust dresses up as Plutus, the ancient Roman god of wealth. At the party, Mephistopheles and Faust entertain everyone with some wild illusions and convince the emperor to make even more of these signed paper notes. The empire feels like it's back on its feet financially, even though the emperor doesn't remember signing any of these notes. Grateful for their help, the emperor gives Mephistopheles and Faust a piece of land to own. But trouble brews when the emperor asks them to summon the ghosts of Helen of Troy in Paris, and things don't go as planned. Faust and Mephistopheles head back to Faust's study, where Wagner, Faust's assistant, has created a homunculus, a tiny man made of flames. When Mephistopheles shows up, the homunculus comes to life and speaks, telling Mephistopheles to take Faust to Walpurgis Night in Greece. During this Walpurgis Night, which is different from the previous one, mystical creatures roam around. Faust meets Monto, a healer at the temple, who helps him find a way to the underworld because Faust wants to meet Helen. Mephistopheles, in disguise, helps Helen escape her angry husband Menelaus and takes her to Faust's fortress. Here, Helen and Faust fall in love and even have a child named Euphorion, who tragically dies trying to reach the sky. After this, Helen decides to return to the underworld to join her child. Faust has another big wish. He wants to create land by pushing back the sea to have his own coastal territory. But the emperor is now dealing with a rebellion in his hands. Mephistopheles suggests that restoring peace could earn Faust this coastal land. Faust uses some magic and calls upon the three mighty men to fight for peace. It works. The emperor gives Faust the coastal land he wanted. As time passes, Faust, now 100 years old, is still working on his project to push back the sea. However, he can't get the land owned by an old couple, Baucis and Philemon. Losing his patience, Faust orders the three mighty men and Mephistopheles to take over the land violently. This extreme action leaves Faust feeling very guilty. His guilt takes form as a gray woman named Care, who blinds him. But even without his sight, Faust refuses to give up on his plan. As our story nears its end, things take a dramatic turn. Mephistopheles is busy digging a grave for Faust, and it's not long before Faust passes away. As he dies, Faust sees a vision of happy people working together in lush, fertile fields. But even in death, Faust's soul isn't at peace. It starts to rise, aiming to the heavens. Angels come down to help Faust's soul on its way, but Mephistopheles tries to stop them. In a surprising twist, he gets distracted by his temptations and ends up messing around with the angels. This slip-up allows Faust's soul to slip through to heaven. There, Gretchen, who's already in heaven, sees Faust struggling. She pleads with the Virgin Mary to forgive him for his earthly deeds. Thanks to Gretchen's heartfelt plea and the Virgin Mary's mercy, Faust is granted eternal salvation. Both he and Gretchen are lifted into heaven, finding peace at last. And that brings us to the end of our journey through the incredible story of Faust by Goethe. From his ambitious beginnings to his dramatic and spiritual conclusion, Faust is a powerful exploration of desire. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating story summaries like this. See you in the next video.